everyone! In this video, we are going to identify and use fraction operations. Here I'm being asked to simplify negative 5 over 16 divided by 3 over 8. So the operation we are working with is division. Actually, whenever I see a division sign with fractions, that tells me I never ever divide by fractions, but I must multiply by the reciprocal. And don't touch the first fraction, it stays the same. So it's still negative 5 over 16, but I need to multiply, so I change the division sign to a multiply, and I give myself the reciprocal of the second one. One way to remind me of that is if I were to pretend that that division sign is like silly putty and it's connected to the 3 and the 8. So as I switch the 3 and the 8, it twists the division sign into a multiplication sign. And that's one way to help me remember. Now, whenever I multiply fractions, I multiply numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. But before I get going on that, I always like to find a way to simplify it beforehand so that I have smaller numbers. Because if I have smaller numbers now, then I don't have to simplify it later. Now I could go ahead and multiply those across, but that does give me bigger numbers. And if you want to go that route, you can go ahead that route. I'm going to go ahead and simplify first. So I'm going to check all of the numerators and divide whatever I can find with any of the denominators to see if they will simplify. Starting with 5, I'm going to look at 5 over 16, and nothing simplifies with 5 and 16. So I'll look at 5 and 3, and nothing simplifies there. So I'm going to look at the 8. 8 is the other numerator, and I will look at 8 and 16, and that does simplify. Both of those can be divided by 8. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. 16 divided by 8 is 2. And since that's simplified now to a 1, I don't see anything else that can simplify because it's a 1. So I am left with negative 5 times 1, which is a smaller number, and I like that better. Negative 5 times 1 is negative 5, and 2 times 3 gives me 6. And because I simplified beforehand, this answer right here is in its simplest form of negative 5, 6.